The Marvel Mystery Oil Rabbit Hole. I'm not going to bore you with the details. You probably know I've got three old motorcycles, 73 Suzuki TS100. The engine is completely trashed. I wound up buying a TS125 to put on it, changing the motor mounts and everything. Didn't get to the motor mounts. Discovered the prices of these old dirt bikes, how exorbitant they are. You know, you get a early 70s Husqvarna 250, for example, maybe a 125 too, but you could pay $11,000 to $30,000 for one in good shape. Prime example, you know, in really good condition. Pentons, I had two Pentons in the past. If I wanted to replace those, whether or not it's the 175 Jack Piner or the 250 Hare Scrambles, or even if I wanted, which I owned, sold them for songs, get 100 Berkshire or 125 ISDT or Mint 400, you know, you're in it for $10,000 for one in good shape. You know, even that old Suzuki TS100 in good shape, the rolling chassis is in really good shape with original paint. You know, at least $3,000. So that's why I spent the $480 something for a new engine for it. A true engine, not modifying it, putting the 125 in there. CB125. Good shape, just need to sort out this coil problem. I put a new rectifier in it, so maybe that'll help keep the coils from burning out. At least allow the battery to charge. But I was looking at the 125 engine. This is where I entered the rabbit hole of Marvel Mystery Oil. Looking at it, very good engine, good gears, transmission is fine, kickstarter's fine, turns over a lot of compression. It's a fresh engine, you know, it just is missing the left side case and the magneto and the oil pump, which I can buy. But it's old and it kind of corroded, you know, aluminum corrodes over time. So I go to the YouTubes and the Googles, and people are using Marvel Mystery Oil to remove the corrosion on like everything. It probably grows hair on us bald people. I'm thinking, I am against taking an old bike and modifying it. You know, cafe racer, doing whatever, cutting the frame, throwing off the original parts, because history. And they're getting rarer every year. You know, you could be racing vintage motocross and you could destroy your bike, and now there's one less bike until you spend the big bucks to repair it. Machine your own parts if you can't find them. But that 125 engine is just an engine. I'm not removing anything, I'm adding to it. So that's fair game to create my dream dirt bike. Pick up a frame. I checked them out. Under $200, shipping included. TS 125 frame. Then I can search out Preston Petty fenders. Original Preston Petty fenders. That's what the cool kids had. That's what I had on my Pentons. You know? A cool gas tank. It doesn't even need to be from a TS 125. Again, I'm not destroying history because it's just an engine. It could always be turned into a TS 125 with just finding an original gas tank, repainting it, taking the dents out, whatever. I don't think I could afford to buy a tank from the early 70s in pristine condition for under $500. We're talking money here. We're being crass. But I could build my dream dirt bike. 125 engine, minimal. You know, I was a 250 and 175 and 400 guy. I had a bored out KTM 400. That was just a monster. Put better forks on it. Don't put stock forks. Again, I'm not changing anything. I'm adding to something. Better rear suspension. Maybe some Öhlins or something that had the reservoir. But yeah. Alloy rims. Like on the Pentons. You know, that's the benchmark for me. Wonderful bikes. But yeah, Marvel Mystery Oil. And then, see from the YouTube videos, this is the rabbit hole part. I was thinking Marvel Mystery Oil is just made for corrosion. You know, cleaning parts. But then I discovered that, like Seafoam, you can put it in your crankcase. You can put it a few ounces in your excuse me, gas tank to like clean your valves and stuff like that, and your fuel injectors. I use seafoam. I also put seafoam in the transmission. 100, 100 and transmission? Yeah. No, engine, the crankcase. 150 miles there and abouts before an oil change to let it clean stuff up. I like it. I'm looking at my Silverado. And you know what older Silverados have? They all have, especially ones in the snow country where they use salt, is rotten rocker panels. And I tried the Eastwood rust encapsulator on them and it didn't work. It worked for about a week and then the rust came back. I'm curious whether or not I just want to keep them from rusting more, and maybe some parts that don't get hot underneath, spraying some Marvel Mystery Oil underneath and on the rocker panels to stop the rust. What are your thoughts on that? Anyway, it's been a busy day, but it's dinner hour now. Whoa, man, time is moving slowly. 25 after 6, and nobody's here, and it's like a beautiful temperature. It's probably about 60. And quiet aside from all the damn construction traffic that rolls constantly down this road. But yeah, went down a rabbit hole. Rabbit holes can teach us things.